Howdy, YouTube neighbors. Welcome to a very, very weird and odd episode of Mutator Madness. So, to start things off, this particular seed was submitted to me by private message on Discord. And it's not probably the kind of thing I'm going to be looking to do, but this is the first time it happened, so I wanted to honor it. And the seed itself looked very much like something that I'd mentioned in my Mutators tier list video, where when you have Permadeath with Queen's Impling and Dregs, you find yourself very quickly without a deck. And the submitter apparently took this to heart because they added Yeetpocalypse to ensure that you have to purge even more cards, and the cards that you do keep, you can upgrade pretty well. So it's a fun combination of mutators and clans that I really wanted to run. Unfortunately, this seed is cursed. And I don't mean cursed that it's difficult, that it doesn't give you what you need. No. It's cursed because it is legitimately haunted by a poltergeist. The first time I attempted to run this seed, the cat managed to Houdini its way through what I thought was a locked door, jump onto my desk, and in the ensuing scuffle, I accidentally managed to abandon the run in, I think, ring 4. The second time I ran it through, OBS decided to crap the bed at some point around the 45-minute mark, and I didn't know until I tried to stop the recording, and the recording wasn't stopping, and then once I finally crashed OBS, I only had up through ring 6 recorded. So this is now the third time I am going through this particular seed, so it is not even close to minty fresh. For that, I do apologize, but I will endeavor to do my best to run the run as I originally did the first 2 times and explain why I'm doing what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So let's get started to it. Yes, I've already attempted the challenge. I attempted it twice. I know, Monster Game. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so pushback Talos, definitely something that we have to be mindful of because we have the Permadeath Mutator. And so that means we probably need to at least start with our champion in front so that if they get murked by pushback Talos, then no big deal. They come back next ring. Ragefell and Seraph the Chaste. Seraph the Chaste probably going to be relevant if we end up doing any kind of rage scaling. So that's something we have to keep in mind. Imp in a Box gives us imps outside of permadeath restrictions, so that's nice to have. Wicklash is burnout, extension, and scaling, so always happy to see that. Looking at the champion first, because we're looking for Imp Parade. Imp Parade changes the calculus of permadeath by guaranteeing that we have an Impling to play every turn so long as the Queen is alive. So we definitely want to start with that. Looking at the Horde, we see Ashes of the Fallen, we click Ashes of the Fallen. We're an Imp deck. At least we're going to endeavor to be once we find Endless. And then, because I grabbed this, I felt comfortable taking the Horde. Encased Ember's never going to happen because we have Permadeath. We got to find Endless, and we already have things we want to find Endless for because we have double summon triggers. Unbroken Horn and Railhammer are both speculative, but with 3-cost scaling cards in my starting deck, we're unlikely to have Ember to conserve. So I picked Railhammer. They're both speculative, but Railhammer is far more likely to pay out. Moving on to ring 1. We have a unit draft. We have to take the unit draft. We absolutely have to. Armor 10 on Clergyman, not a big deal because worst case scenario, we clear none of them. They hit the pyre and for 1 apiece. Not that big a deal. And we're going to have double summons of Queen's Impling. So every time we summon the Queen's Impling, we will kill one of them because we're going to hit them twice. We'll get through the 10 armor. So with that in mind, we're going to take the trial. We're going to put the Queen up top. We're going to put Train Steward in front of him. And then we're going to take the opportunity to kill off 2 of them. We want to be very careful that we are not simply throwing down units just to die and get no value out of them. Because we have permadeath, and because we have so many units in our starters, we're going to be finding ourselves very quickly without a deck if we if we just throw away things willy-nilly. With that in mind, there's nothing in this hand I want to play, given the current board state. You're going to hit me for 1 and then die, that's fine. So, let's say I do nothing this turn. You guys are going to come up to the pyre, you're going to hit me for 5, which is fine. And one of you is going to die, then you're going to hit the pyre for 4. I can live with that. I think we are better off preparing for Relentless by beefing up the queen. Actually, if I were to play you, I knock off your armor, you hit me for 1 and kill me. I think that is correct. Oh, no, I kill you because of double summons. That was a bad call. Okay, I get Ember Drained. Alright, we're going to take Imp in a box up here. Oh, neat. Okay, so we got a Pyre Chomper. We're going to play that out for sure. We're going to Molting Imp. And we are going to kill off all of Chains' guard and put 20 into Chains, and he's going to lifesteal a whole bunch. But with a Whiplash in the end, I can make this into a net negative for him. No biggie. I want to clear you. Shoot you. Then Train Steward out. Not ideal. But it's fine. And then Queen's Impling should finish the job. Very good. Got a Welder Helper. We want the Welder Helper. Welder Helper is real good. We want to infuse him into something, and then we want to make that thing endless. So, we take that. Of these cards, we could potentially take another Whiplash for scaling option. But we already have 2, and we're about to have a very short deck, so I don't think we need 3. Especially since we probably not going to see a magic shop for a while. Because we're definitely going to be looking in steel shops. So we skip these unless we specifically need to pick something to yeet, but we don't. That is Apex Imp. We see Apex Imp, we take Apex Imp. And now we have a Welder Helper. We're looking to make endless. So we are going to yeet a Train Steward. We're going to swing right. The reason we're swinging right is because there's a number of different things we would love to see in here. We want to see Endless for our Imp. We want to see Quick or Multi-Strike for our Apex Impling. The only thing that we can't get value of is the large stones. We have a 75% chance of seeing something good here. And we do. We see the Endless, and as a matter of fact, we see Burnout 1. Very good. I'm going to look in the banner. Paraffin Enforcer, very interesting possibility to pair with a multi-striking Apex Imp, but we don't have a multi-striking Apex Imp yet, and we have the Burnout extension. But it's going to be risky, and we cannot possibly afford to have Apex Imp Burnout, not with Permadeath. On the other hand, there's something I find very fascinating here in Wickless Tycoon. So, we are more than likely going to dupe that Imp at some point. So for now, I'm going to stick Wickless Tycoon in him, and I'm going to make a bunch of money. Money Grubbin Imps. You love to build it. Mark of Invasion. We like money. It's going to be a bit dicey with Conduit Infiltrators. And that essentially guarantees that we overload a floor. Which means we're going to take pyre damage, and it's not going to be insignificant pyre damage. For 75 gold, we need, in order to meet the 75 gold with our Apex Tycoon. Let's see, 75 divided by 5 is we need 15 kills. With Clergy, that is definitely possible. So let's go ahead and not take the risks here. Not for 75 gold. Not when we're going to see at least 2 sharded up units. Thankfully, we don't see them on the same line. So now, here's the big boy question. Do we put Apex Imp in front? We'll have 18 armor. And when we eventually draw into our welder helper, we'll be fine. Or do we not take the risk we put him behind the queen? I think it's safe to put him up front. I think that is correct. Then we're not going to play out the direct. We're just going to end our turn. We got our welder helper. All is well that ends okay. I want the collector. So let's get the collector. Alright, we're going to take 1 pyre damage, but that's okay. We're going to make some money. Alright, and you represent 10 pyre damage. Yeah, you got sharded up. We got unlucky there. Nothing we can do about that. Now I'm really glad we didn't take the mark of invasion. Whew. Okay. We are absolutely going to be fine in Relentless. I don't feel the need to kill off any of my units here, but let's go ahead and put some beef into the queen. And we're good here. Let's just get it done. Okay. Hornbreak is a ping. We do not have a ping. We take Hornbreak. Not in love with any of you. This could be a potential infusion for Welder Helper, but I think a self-infusion is better. So, looking at our map, we have removal dupe here, removal dupe here, and removal dupe here. 3 removal dupes, 1 map. If this wasn't Permadeath and Yeet, these vortexes are pretty much useless to us. In this run. Any other run, this would be super blessed. But it is, once again, what it is. What am I yeeting here? I can yeet Dregs, I can yeet the Train Steward. Yeah, so there's no need for me to take on a spell or something I don't need just to yeet it. So we do that, and then we'll go ahead and yeet the Train Steward. Okay, embrace Divine Artifact. I am looking for the Endless Artifact. I do not see it, so I do not care. I take the Divine Core. Swinging right to peek in the Steel Shop. Multi-strike. Get. We can't afford to re-roll, and nothing else really does it for us. We're going to skip here. There was our second chance at a Wickless Tycoon. Nothing good for us here. Gonna look in the caverns, and we are going to see Malika. Go away, Malika. Nobody loves you. Temple says, I don't need an infusion. 30 magic power would be great in Hornbreak. We don't need it. In Intrinsic, nothing I want to see Intrinsic yet. So, we're good. Let's go fight Talos. Okay. So, odds are even as to whether we see Talos once or twice up top. To that end, I'm going to go ahead and drop Shardtail Queen down first. I know we're losing out on money up top, but that's fine. I guess I could have also just put Queen Zimpling in front to let her get sacrificed. That's the thing we could have done too. But no, we'll just let this play out. And here's the point where I feel good about starting to get rid of our Dregs. I might as well pull out the Imp in a box. I'm not in love with either of these. I'll just put a Queen Zimpling down here. There's a healer, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, it's so cute. They see Mama. Welder Helper's finally in play. Gonna beef up my dude. Gonna put down another Dreg. Oh, Sweeper. I was like, why is everybody dying? That would be why. Okay. Queen's going to die regardless, so it doesn't really matter what we do here, and that suits me fine. Get my Ritual of Battle on. End our turn. Queen's worth 5 gold to me. Funny but true. You all die anyway, but I can save myself 4 damage. Next, go ahead and kill off the tank. And then put an end to Talos in one shot. Hallowed Halls, useless. Under Permadeath, Last Stand, overkill. Remnant Pack, good times. Steelworker could have been an infusion into Apex Info if we weren't so greedy, but we're greedy. So we're going to skip here. And we're having Ember issues. We're not having draw issues because we have a very small deck. And Light of Seraph isn't really going to do anything for us, so we take Ember. Now we have to yeet something. At this point, it should be pretty clear that Wicklash is not our scaling plan, so we have time, we can start yeeting some of those. And here's where the cat killed me on that particular run. So, options. Grab an artifact down here. Or we come here and we dupe the Imp. And that's really all we do. Duping the Imp is such value that we do it anyway. We open up the Vortex. We don't even look at the Vortex. Dupe the Imp. Now, here's where an important decision is made. So this particular artifact here brings us up to 80 on ring What ring is this? 4. But there could be votive key in here. There could be play an imp, draw a card, gain an ember. There's any number of artifacts that are in here. And having the prior knowledge, I would not click on this. But because the high rolls are so good, pretending this is the first time I played it, I would click here. Memorial Fund, it's good for a bit, but doesn't really do much for us. Waxer Snuffer, if this were Harvest triggers, that'd be amazing, but it's not. It's Extinguish triggers. So we're going to take Conscription Notice, and we're going to be throwing Queen away, but Conscription Notice will give it a meat wall that will allow her to live just a little bit longer, if that's even a thing we want to do. I have no use for Fledgling Imps, as it stands. So, what we're going to do is we're going to keep Royalty. We're going to go to Royalty because she's easier to kill. We basically want her gone. We want her not clogging up our very small deck with imps that we can't use. Heaven's Seal, very dangerous here. Haste Conduit with Clip Guardian and 70 shards means these are going to be upgraded, and we take 5 shots to the pyre and die. It's very dangerous. We have the deck to beat them, but it's all going to come down to the opening draw because we don't have draw. We're only going to draw 10 of these 12, and if we bottom deck Welder Helper, we get wrecked. And that's all she wrote. So, with that in mind, we cannot take the Heaven Seal, even though this could be the votive key we're looking for, or any number of really sweet artifacts. Okay, and it turns out we worried for nothing, and that's fine. Let's see. Let's do top first. Right now, the imps are the same. Play you in between, and I'm going to make you endless just in case the worst happens. Get Queen killed off. That is an Animus of Will. I'll put it there in case the Collector shows up. And the Collector showed up. I think I would rather not take 30 damage. So you can get it. Nice. And I'm going to spread around my scaling, so I'm going to give that to my backline unit. Looking good. Welder Helper again, Ritual of Battle again. Back in the saddle again. With an 8-card deck, each round really starts looking the same. I might as well see what we get as far as imps go. Pyre Chomper. Molting Imp will take out that guy, allowing us to scale a little bit more. It's not really necessary, but you might as well. Already we got all that regen. We're not really doing much to him anyway. But having the extra turn to scale, never bad. Alright. And we're going to yeet Wicklash so we can draft accordingly. March of Shields, get it. Resin Removal, get it. And then we're going to yeet the Wicklash. Hello again, Malika. Like the turd that won't flush. Alright, swinging right. We are going to peek and ignore the vortex. We're going to grab the horde, and there's the votive key we've been looking for. Guild marker, absolutely unnecessary. We are filthy rich. We are profanely wealthy. And we don't even have anything to spend it on this ring. So, we dupe the Welder Helper. We infuse the Welder Helper. Our only damage spell pierces already, so we don't care about this, and we have nothing we need to spell chain. So, moving on. Ring 5. Self-made Harpy. Spikes 4, do not care. Get it. Now, these lines are going to get 5 deep very quickly, so we have to keep that in mind. With our 2 Apex Imps, we only have 4 strikes on the floor, which means Welder Helper is going to be our 6th strike, and we have to place him accordingly. Let's get Shardtail Queen killed. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, the votive key. Okay, we're going to have to get her killed twice, and that's fine. We'll put the Animus down here in case of Collector. Gonna put down the Apex Imp. We're going to make him endless. And then we are going to armor and scale him up. And I think that I am not going to kill a single one of you because, yeah, I need all 4 of you to live to kill the Queen. And I want that to happen. You get to be endless. And you all get beefed up. And then let's have you die again, for real this time. Good here. We are gonna March of Shields you. And Imp in a Box is probably going to be our next Yeet target because it's not really doing anything for us anymore. We have our line. Okay, now we have to be choosy. We cannot leak this 11 by 180. So, yes, the last hit will kill them. Unfortunately, if we put Welder Helper mid like we usually do, then Welder Helper is going to hit the 12 by 10. It's not going to kill him. So, it's unfortunate. But we have to put Welder Helper up front. And we're going to accomplish that by putting him mid, like we usually do, and then we're going to move him forward with March of Shields. And now we have 6 damage, 681, 681, 215, 215, and we clear the line. Now, we have a resin removal to drop. Who would I most like to hose? I might as well go ahead and hose you guys. I'll have more armor next turn to play with and deal with all these spikes. Okay, and we killed all of our dudes. We're good. Keep up our back line. And once again, we'll put Welder Helper middle, and he'll kill off the 2-1, and we clear out all 5. We could resin removal, or I could beef up our back line. I think I'm going to beef up our back line. Don't get me wrong, love me some resin removal, but now ain't the time. And I think I will go ahead and kill off the tank in front of him. I mean, that's 10 gold I lose out on, but really? And we have the win. I'm just going to click the button. There really is no need gauging your power level when you are as powerful as you currently are. It's not nothing. I'll take it. Okay. That's a Divinity plan, but so is a crap ton of armor. So we take Alloy the Ancients here. What are we yeeting? We are yeeting Imp in a Box. So we don't need to draft something specifically to kill off. And the Golden Smoke's just funny. Why? What's the point? So we skip there. We yeet the Imp in a Box. Now, we have a bunch of money. And there's a trinket shop right here. But we have imps with empty slots that we need to fill. So we're going to see the steel shop. And we want none of this crap. So we're going to re-roll it. Got another multi-strike, and that's fine. We'll put it in one of our imps. And are we seeing another steel shop? Let's see. We could see a steel shop here. It's not a particularly valuable one. Like, okay, so yeah, we have 2 crap steel shops. And to be perfectly honest, we have the cash, but you know what? After that last ring, I'm actually going to put a +10 into Welder Helper. I think that's actually a good call. So we're going to leave here. We're going to look in the cavern, see what we got. Okay. Well, it's unfortunate, but I'd rather have multiple triple striking imps. So we're going to fill out that imp. And then we need to dupe that imp. So we are going to be taking Merchant of Magic on 8, which means we should swing this way and take the steel shop on 7. It's alright, it's alright. We have plenty of gold. There's absolutely no need to take this on. We're going to dupe an imp, which will put us over 100, so we don't need the shards. So let's not go triple digits against Ragefell. Not that we're in any danger, but let's just play it smart. There's no need to take on stupid risk. Okay, I have a votive key. You are endless. And, yeah, you'll die down here. Excellent. Rail beater, eh? You know what? I got room up here. I do. This is a thing. This is a real thing. I can't really buff you up, but I would love to have melee weakness before Imp 2. It means Ember Drain. No, it doesn't. I've already got my Ember Drain. Okay. Move on. I want you endless. I want you doing your thing. And nobody has anything to Ember Drain. Or Ember Drain to resin removal, so I'll just get rid of my Ember Drain. That ain't bad. Okay. Anybody not endless that I want to be? Not really. I want to spread my buffs around. Remnant Pact. You're cardless. I don't think I can make you endless. But we'll see how it goes. Can I kill Fell here? I can kill Fell here. So let's kill Fell here. We missed out on some harvest money, but it's alright. Transcend Imp, not the deck for it, strangely enough. Hallowed Halls, we've already explained why it's worthless. Alloy the Ancients. So, what are we yeeting here? We don't really need Remnant Pact anymore. We don't need 2 Rituals of Battle. So we can yeet one of those if we want to pick up another alloy, which we do. Let's see. We're still having Ember issues. But picking up space here will permit us to play whatever we generate with Conscription Notice. May be relevant, may not be relevant. I will take the consistency, though. Alright. Eating that Ritual of Battle. Oh, Malika. More persistent than some of my ex-girlfriends, and that's saying something. Goodbye, Malika. Nobody loves you. Swinging right, looking in the vortex and completely ignoring it yet again. Imp Parade 2 is easier to kill than Royalty 2, so we do that. Steel Shop says endless. Yuck. Okay, we're going to spin that again. This is our last Steel Shop. We need to keep that in mind. So let's check out the caverns. Build a card, eh? Show me armor. You don't show me armor. Regen, useless. Spikes. Oh, if it weren't Seraph the Chase, I might go spikes, but no. So let's create a damaging card. See what we get. Frostbite and damage and actually, yeah. Okay, we'll take this. We'll give it a try. If it doesn't work out, we'll yeet it. No harm, no foul. Seems good. We are on 95 shards, ring 7. Let's go. Did I forget to look in the temple? I forgot to look in the temple. Oh well. Mark of Invasion. Wilt. Mark of Invasion in ring 7 gives us Wilt Wings. And that is horrible. Also horrible is Purifier. I would love to play bottom floor if I could get away with it. So we are flush with cash. There's absolutely no reason for us to take this trial except for score, which we don't care about. Okay, let's talk. You do not kill the queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have enough damage to kill off bottom floor. It's gonna be dicey. You are endless. And I'm gonna March of Shield you. And then we're going to drop Wickless Imp, Shardtail Queen, Cold Kalia, Cute. And then we're going to make sure Shardtail Queen dies. And everybody's happy, except for Shardtail Queen. We even get $10 for killing her. Okay. Welder Helper. Okay, we kill off the entire line. We're going to beef up our back line, and we are going to kill off the Collector. Okay. Let's go ahead and make you endless in case the worst happens. Under no circumstances should the worst happen, but it is what it is. I think I'm going to play the Ritual of Battle. I might as well just remove the spikes. I think that's worth more to me than damage and Frostbite right now. Front line, back line. No line. Alright, nice, quick, and easy. What are we yeeting? That's a battering ram. That is hilarious. Okay, we can yeet a Remnant Pact, or we can potentially pick up something to yeet here. Battering Ram is a potential turn 1 kill on Divinity and or Seraph, which is too funny not to try. And if I don't see the intrinsic I need, I will yeet it. And then, yeah, we'll pick up Memories of the Melted here specifically to yeet. I kind of like our deck as it stands. I don't really want to yeet anything right now. Yay. We do not get our intrinsic. So I am actually tempted to yeet the battering ram now. And then after Seraph, I will yeet most likely the Remnant Pact. Yeah, let's yeet the battering ram. The meme never happened. We want to dupe you. Yep, looking good. Magic shop. Okay, holdover. There's good holdover targets. Trinket shop says drop cage. Drop cage adds dazed 2 to my old magic, and that's a great Divinity plan. Get it. Spin it. Oh, that's good. Not great. So let's go spend a whole bunch of money at the magic shop. Holdover. I do believe I like a holdover March of Shields. And -1 him. Make him free. 20 and consume. I actually like a 20 and consume and a horn break here. Now that I have old magic, that's almost strictly a better ping. So let's get horn break. Let's let horn break do its thing, then get out of the way. Spin it. Double stack, you say? Where are my March of Shields? Yep. 10 magic power. Might as well. I'll put that in the old magic. And a -1 into. Let's call it resin removal. And that is a very fine 14-card deck. Now, checking the temple, spell chain, purge. Don't need either. Okay. Improved firebox is not irrelevant. We'll get it, and we'll take the pyre wall. And that's all we can really spend our money on. So, 110 shards, Seraph the Chaste, absolutely nuclear deck. Let's get it. Oh no. These are... We never found quick. And these are harvest waves. So... Let's get... You murdered. Another rail beater. That's funny. I don't want to feed an upgraded harvest unit. But I also wouldn't mind sticking melee weakness into him. I think that's going to be more relevant. Oh no, I did it again. I made the queen endless. Okay, let's ignore the frustration of having run the same thing 3 times. And let's do everything correctly. Let's put Apex Imp on top where he belongs. Shardtail Queen dies below. Huh, that changes that. I did not know that. Not that it matters, honestly. Except it's actually going to make our life worse. So, you know what? I will live with that. Now, Alloy the Ancients. We're going to go ahead and horn break so we can put all of our effort into Seraph. I would like to daze you so that I do not get Ember Drained. Which means I need to come correct with my frontline unit. So we are going to go ahead and beef you up. We bottom decked our Welder Helper again, but it's okay. Depending on what else we see, it should be absolutely fine. It's absolutely fine. Okay. Marcher Shields you. I would like to get rid of your lifesteal, I think. Unless something more pressing is down here. It's not. And then you are endless, you are endless. Everybody's endless except for you. You get to be endless now. Congratulations. once again, I would like to not get Ember Drained, so I'm going to daze you. And I'm going to come up here and get beefy. I'm going to lose my March of Shields, which is fine. Doesn't matter where I put Welder Helper. I have 9 hits total on the floor. And I don't see any point in dazing Seraph. But Frostbite ain't bad. She's going to cut that to nothing very quickly, but it is what it is. Maybe I can daze her again and it'll be relevant. And I'll come down here. Oh, I saw somebody with Rage. I'll just get rid of your Rage. No harm in it. Who Ember Drained me? Who the frick Ember Drained me? Daze 2. You should not be able to Ember Drain me. Is somebody else Ember Draining that I'm not seeing? I don't know. I thought I was doing the smart thing, and yet... Oh well. I'll get your spikes off. Why not? Okay, how am I getting Ember Drained? What is doing that? You should not be able to strike while dazed. Seraph is cleansing the daze. That's what's happening. That's how I'm getting Ember Drained. Okay, well, that sucks on toast, but what are you going to do? I think I'm going to take revenge. Oh, Seraph the Chaste. I will say that the Mutator Madness series has taught me a whole new hate for Seraph the Chaste. What am I yeeting? Everything is performing for me. If anything, the only thing that's not performing is Ritual of Battle. But if I don't take Ritual of Battle, what am I spending all that Ember on? Nah, let's get rid of the Ritual of Battle. It is not doing the job. Oh, Malika. What's it going to take for you to understand that I'm just not that into you? Alright. Great start. Let's get you killed. Ahem. Order of operations. Let's make you endless. Let's get you killed. Paraffin Thug. Unlikely to be relevant in any way, shape, or form. But you'll knock off a damage shield for me, and that ain't nothing. Then we're going to daze you. Alright, bottom deck Welder Helper says what? Alright, you're the only one who's not endless. You're endless now. Beefing up the back line. Getting rid of some big old damage shields. Alright. Well, first and foremost, if we dump our Welder Helper, we should be fine. Yeah, we're fine. So we're going to get rid of Spiky Boy down here. And we're going to consume our Hornbreak. And we are now down to a 6-card deck. Something like that. keep you dazed. I don't care about your spell shields. I don't care about your rage. I'll get rid of your spikes. And my Ember Drain, for that matter. That's always nice. A little more daze for you, a little more shield for me, and a Welder Helper. Every turn looks the same when you've got a 6-card deck. But we have the kill. I want a res removal down here anyway because it's funny. And let's finish it up. Thank you for joining me for this excursion. If this is where we part ways, I appreciate your viewership, and I will see you around next time. For everybody else who's sticking around, we're going to see real quick what the submitter did and see if he was as greedy as I was. Yep, he definitely saw the Apex Imp line too, but he did the smart thing and put steel workers into him. I was greedy. Wait a minute. Where is your Welder Helper? Okay, so you didn't go for Endless Welder Helper. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I guess Welder Helper showed up first, so it wouldn't necessarily be intuitive. You see the Welder Helper's like, well, yeah, I got to find Endless for him if I want him to be any good. And that's just not it for me. You would have seen him before the Apex Imp, so I can understand that line of reasoning. I don't get the vent. Yeah. Okay, the Engulfed in Smoke makes sense here now that I don't see the Welder Helper. So yeah, I guess there was a case for the Engulfed in Smoke that I saw. All right. Well, that's a different take on a very similar line, and I dig it. Oh, there was a collection of tales in there that I didn't see. Huh. Okay. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you once again for joining me. I had a good time, despite having to do it 3 times. Hopefully, OBS keeps this recording. Otherwise, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to call it. This submission will never see the light of day. I've already put too many hours into it. But I had a good time nonetheless. Hope you did too. And I will see you next time. Goodbye, YouTube neighbors.